Hey there, I'm back from my Christmas party. I did well. I forgot to take my food. I went to my mom's beforehand, and so I stopped at McDonald's and I got 2 quarter-pound beef patties. So I went to mom's and I ate those and visited with her for about 45 minutes because the town that the party was in is the next town over, but my mom lives there. So anyway, so I stopped and visited with her a little bit. And I had those 2 burgers. Then when I got to the Christmas party, I had one thigh, a chicken thigh. I peeled the skin off and did my best to not eat any. I mean, I might have got a little pinch or something, whatever. Who knows what's fried in, but it's a Christmas party. I'm not stressed about it. But I really did not eat a bunch of skin. And trust me, that is my favorite part of fried chicken. That is the best part. But anyway, didn't do it. So I did that, and I had probably about a 4th cup of green beans. And then they had this pasta house salad. So it was the lettuce and some Parmesan cheese and the pasta house salad dressing. It was already all mixed together. I probably had about a cup of that. So that's what I had at the party. And so I am not upset with myself. I feel like I did a good job. So, okay. All right. So next up is going to be all the things we're going to make in the morning. It's 8:15. I'm not a night owl. I'm a homebody. So I went. We did a group picture and then we ate and visited and I won a prize. Oh, yeah. Let me show you. So they called everybody's name and you had to go up there and there was like so many prizes. And I'm like, there's a women's shaving kit. I've been no shave November for about 3 years now. There's a men's shaving kit. Well, there's no man in my life. Then they had some candles. I didn't really care for the smell. They were the nice Yankee candles though. I didn't care for the smells. And then they had some kind of Caress shampoo little kit thing. And anyway, and then some blankets and several things. But I saw this. I'm like, a lunchbox. I need a lunchbox in my life. And I think my stuff is going to fit in it. So it zips here. And then, it'll fit down in there. And I think this is about the size of the one I'm taking now. Where is it? Yeah. I mean, this one's taller, but anyway. But as far as the underneath side, it's about the same size. And I liked it because it's got a little thing. I have issues. Like my lunchbox, it has a Ziploc bag that I put in every lunchbox I have. So let me explain this Ziploc bag here to you. I know I said we're getting to the food. I have my Advil Cold and Sinus. I have some Mucinex. I have a couple Band-Aids. I have a Relight. I have some a lip balm. And I have an Element. So yeah, that's what's all in this Ziploc bag. But this top has a little thing I could slide it into here and just carry it with me. Or it also has, ta-da, a little flippy flappy. So I could just put it right in there. And there it goes. And I always have that stuff with me because I take my lunchbox everywhere I go. Whenever I go to mom's or whatever for Christmas, I'll have my lunchbox with me. So yeah, I need this in my life. And it even has a little hand sanitizer, a little dealie. Is it empty? Yeah, it's an empty one. But still. So yeah, whenever I got back there, my one of my coworkers is married to my husband, or her husband is my cousin. And he got back and he was like, all those gifts up there and you come back with that. He says, it looks like you ran straight to the checkout aisle and grabbed the first thing you saw. I'm like, it is. He's right. I don't do well under pressure. I analyze things too much. Anyway, so I won this at work. I'm excited about it because I think this will be perfect for my work lunches and stuff. So So anyway, so yeah, you know me, I'm thinking about food, always thinking about food. So that's going to be my new work lunchbox score for me. And yeah, okay, so that's it. We have a pretty chaotic day, so let me tell you, it's going to be broken down into videos. We've got egg muffins. We're going to try to recreate the element, the Lyte. We're going to make lasagna with the rutabaga. We're going to do deep fried and air fried rutabaga and jicama, because I got one of each I got one jicama and 2 rutabaga to compare. We're going to do like a French fry size to fry and deep fry. We're also going to do thin, kind of like a potato chip style, and then coffee. So we got all these things we're going to do today, and I just have this amount of counter space, and then that little corner over there, and that's already stacked up. So bear with me if you can't always see all the things that I'm doing. I've got my oven going at 350, and first I'm going to do my eggs. First things first, like I said, we're doing our eggs, so I have to crack 18 eggs, and that'll be in 6 of the muffin tins. But I'm going to crack these, and then we'll whip them up. Hey Karen, thanks for reminding me about aprons. I forgot I have one hanging in my closet. That'll maybe help me not make such a mess. Although yesterday I got that tallow spit all on my shoe. So it wasn't a shoe. It was my house shoes. So I definitely won't be leaving those house shoes on the floor, because the dogs would definitely be licking them to death. So I've got my 18 eggs, and I'm going to whisk them together. Okay. I'll set this over in my sink because we have another batch here in a little bit. Now I'm going to pour. Oh, no. What did I do? I forgot my salt. I'll add some no salt with it. We know this is the one thing I forget every single time. Where's my pepper? Pepper. Where's my pepper? I got some white pepper. Okay. Put this little booger back on. We're going to whip it again. The last thing I want is a mouthful of the white pepper. I had that last time, and whoo, I mean, it don't taste terrible, but it's strong. So now let's start building the eggs. Funny thing is, you can't taste it to see, is that enough salt? Is that enough pepper? What do I think? You have to just kind of hope that you added enough. Alright, now let's set this back here. Cheese. Not you cheese, you cheese. No, I'm going to use, this is still frozen, so I have to beat it up a little bit. Hang on. Half the time when I buy my cheese, I just throw it right into the freezer. Because I don't use cheese too often, so. Alright. I know roughly how it feels to be half of a serving, because that's what I've been doing for so long. So, there we go. Maybe a touch more in this one. Probably should have done the cheese last, but that's all right. This one, if I'm known for doing things in the right order. Now, I've got to, okay, got to wipe my hand off here. Okay, so now we're going to, I've got, where did it go? Sausage that I made last weekend. Hold up. Okay, so there's this sausage is a little less than what I needed for my muffins, but that's okay. I'm just gonna at least according to Alexa it is, but it doesn't make sense. I had Alexa tell me how much it needed to weigh for 6, but I think that Alexa's talking in the background. Well, anyway, I'm gonna put this in all 3 of them, or all 6 of them. So there we go. This one's ready to go. Oh no, I've got the tomato. I'm not gonna put the sun-dried tomatoes on there. Maybe I don't know. I don't feel like chopping them all up. I know they taste really good, but I'm not in the mood. But that's how it looks right there. So I'm gonna set these aside and do another batch of these. So now the muffins go into the oven at 350. I think it was about 45 minutes to an hour last time. We will see. I'll set a timer and I will rotate them halfway through. So let's see, timer. Let's do 25 minutes and then we'll rotate them at 25 minutes. Okay. So while the eggs are cooking, we're going to experiment with Lyte. I don't have anything for chloride, calcium. I already take magnesium. So I'm really just going to do the sodium and potassium. So what I have is strawberry orange banana. And it's the powdered, the no sugar added. Sugar-free, low calorie. Each packet is 5 servings. So what I'm going to do is make this into 5 servings first. And we're just going to see how it tastes. It may taste terrible. It may taste all right. In the meantime, I got to get out my little spoons. Hang on. Okay. So let me cut this. And I'll pour this into here. And then we'll get a weight of it to know how much to pull out of it for a serving. And then we can figure out how much that would be. All right, so that's 5. This is going to be 5 servings. So what I'll need is 1/2 teaspoon of salt is 1,000 kilograms of sodium, or is 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So I'm going to need 1/2 5 times. So this is the 1/2 teaspoon. Let me turn it to this one. Oop, that's probably 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not a scientist. So the no salt, a 4th teaspoon is 600 milligrams, and this one has 500. So I'm going to try to use a little less than a 4th 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so in theory, it will be the potassium, sodium, and the Kool-Aid flavor. So now we have to figure out how much this weighs. And then once we know how much to use, we can pull that out every time. We can just make one big batch and know how much of a serving, or how much is a serving. And we might even use one of the spoons from in here to see if that's the right amount. All right, got to find it. It got buried down there. Because if that's roughly the same, it wouldn't be bad. All right, so, and I will be having to use Alexa for the math part of this. All right, So it's 34 grams. Alexa, 34 divided by 5.
34 divided by 5 is 6.8.
So almost 7 grams. So I'll just use 7 grams for my, hang on, the dog's barking. Okay, so let's see how many grams this pulls out. Oh, now it says 35 after I shook it up. So it is 7. All right, so let's see. So that's, hang on, I need it to be, well, it needs to be bigger than this for 7. So let's try a tablespoon. Let's see how much this pulls out. Oh, that's definitely going to be too much. Which really, what I would guess I would do is zero it out. But we need to taste it, so let me pour this out and get this ready. So the reason I picked some weird flavor like strawberry, orange, banana is because I don't want to, I know if I use grape or something like that, it's going to make it taste weird. So what I did was I zeroed this out. I'm going to put in enough to make it -7. There we go. All right, let's set this back here and this out of the way. I know some of you use like, some of you had said you use like sparkling things, sparkling water and stuff. And that kind of helps it. Let's see. Tastes good to me. I like it. So I would feel comfortable filling this up with this. This is a 30 servings, and this was what, $3? So $3 plus some salt and potassium. No, it doesn't have the calcium, and it doesn't have the whatever else it was, but yeah, it's a win for me. I like it. And I'm gonna drink on it this morning as we're going along. So if at some point I don't like it, I'll let you know. But I'm honestly going to make this up right now and do the full 30. So I have 30 servings in here. Okay, so here's how mine looks. Just powdery. It's got the Redmond salt in it. It's got the potassium in it. And it's got that orange Kool-Aid in it. I labeled the lid Orange Light 7 grams, so that way I know 7 grams is how much I take out. So when I zero it, I have a 1 teaspoon here. When I zero it and make this pretty even, it kind of bounces between 6 and 7. So it's basically 1 teaspoon of this stuff, which I wonder now that it's in this form. Let's see how much this little scooper is. I get a full. Yeah, it's 6 grams, so it wouldn't kill me to have 6 grams. So I can wash these and reuse these. So yeah, so we've got, that will work for our electrolytes. So like I said, I know some of you all already do it, but and is it clean? Nope. But is it cheaper? Yeah, like I said, I think these are $2-3, and then you get your your no salt and your salt, and you don't have to use Redmond's. I just have a bunch of it here, so that's what I used. So now we're going to test the chocolate salt. By the way, I did just rotate my eggs and reset the timer. Okay, now with the chocolate salt, the element has 1,000 sodium, 200 potassium, and 60 magnesium. Again, I take magnesium at bedtime, so I don't need any added magnesium. So I'm just going to try to build this. So I'm going to Let's see how much one of these weighs. It's about 7 grams. So that kind of gives us an idea. Hey, I should have seen how much the other thing weighs out to. Hold up. Let's zero this out. See how much this says that this weighs. According to the thing, it says 1 scoop is 7 grams. Yep, sure enough. So theirs must be a little heavier than mine. So, okay, so 7 grams for the element and 7 grams for the other. So I'm going to zero this out. And, all right, let me put these away. Hang on. Or I'll just shove them out of the way. There we go. All right, so we said it was 1/2 teaspoon of salt, because we're just going to try one of it, and then we're going to taste comparison it. All right, so 1/2 teaspoon is, nope, that's a 1/4. Okay, this is 1/2 teaspoon. Oop. There. So there's 1/2 teaspoon. Let me rake the rest of this in here. All right, so there's the 1/2 teaspoon. 1/8 of a teaspoon of potassium. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. I think it's like, if I go in just that the little darker in the center, I think that's half of it. That's what I'm saying anyway. All right, so that's around 320 of potassium. That weighs 4 grams. So we're going to round it out with 3 more grams of cocoa powder. Let me get this open. I just got a Nestle's Toll House cocoa. So let's see what 3 grams is. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to just try a little bit. Okay. You know, I was wondering if it would be a tablespoon, but okay, there. That's 7 grams. So now we're going to mix it up. Where's the lid? We're going to shake it up, and then we're going to taste comparison it. We're going to see how this tastes compared to the element. We get a clean paper plate so we have a clean surface to taste. I need my scissors here. This is definitely going to be a multiple video day today. All right, so the element salt, and then let me spit out my gum so I got a good clean flavor. All right, this one is definitely more powdery. Theirs is more granular. So that's the element. Okay. Salty chocolate, very good. Let me take a drink of something. Now let's try this one with the cocoa powder. Salty chocolate. I think that's going to work out, y'all. That is going to work out. Hot diggity. Huh. So I'm going to do another 30 days worth. And I'll know again it's 7 grams. So I'm just going to dump this one into it just so I can get rid of it. But yeah, so that worked. Very much worked. So what I'll do is I'm going to do just what I did. I'm going to get 30 days worth of the real salt and potassium in here. And then the cocoa, so hang on. Okay, I got everything added. So now, I'm going to shake her up. So I'll do the same with this as I did the other one. I'll do a scoop. I think it's like about a teaspoon, a full teaspoon. Now this one may be different. I don't know because of the weight of it. I don't know. Cocoa powder seems awfully more lightweight than the Kool-Aid. So what I'll do is I'll zero it out. Oop, no, not with the lid on it, Terry. I'll zero it out and see how much. So this is a tablespoon. Let's see how much a tablespoon pulls out. How many grams? Nope, that pulled out 11. So let's try a teaspoon. Needs to be a full teaspoon. It jumped from 8 to 5. All right, I'll call it that. So that amount. So yeah, we have our own chocolate salt, y'all. Yep, I think it tastes good. And I think we just saved us a whole lot of money. So I'm gonna put a little sticker on here. So I'm gonna call it Lytes 7 gram. So Lytes 7 grams. I'll use up my element first, and then I'll switch over to this. But some days I just want more than one serving, and at the amount of money that it costs for the any of it, the amount of money it costs for these things, it's nice to know that we can make it ourselves. But I need to hang on to this recipe. So I'm going to write that out so that I have it in my somewhere. Hang on. Here's the recipe. I'm going to copy and paste it down into the description of this video. That way we have a copy of it and we can always come back to see it. It is so funny how huge these things were when I first pulled them out. These are done for sure. These are questionable. These were huge. I couldn't even pull them out from the oven because they were scraping the rack above them. So these are done. I can tell they're done. But now these, on the other hand, is a whole different issue. Let me turn off my oven and the timer. Ow. Slide that back. Slide this over so we can see it better. This one spilled all out, so definitely a good idea to make sure you have a cookie sheet under it. But this was kind of wet when I pulled it out, but it's not now. So let me stab one. Well, a couple of them. Nope, that looks good. That looks good. Yep. They're done. So I'll just make a little cut. Eat this little piece. I already have breakfast, but there we go. So I'll let them cool. I'll move them over to the other side of the room. I'll let them cool and then I'll put them in baggies, but then that'll be my 12 breakfasts. So that's where I'm going to end this video. That's where I'm going to end the video. We have our 2 different electrolytes mixes that we made up. And we made our egg muffins. So I'm going to end this video here. And there we go. I'll see you in the next one.